The following program is broadcasted through a signal undetectable by government satellite and is not responsible for any loss of trust, paranoia, or radical acts inspired by this program. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Coming up on Wake Up Ontario, the tricks everyone wants to know about removing pesky government surveillance from your house. Is your furry friend a malicious foreign spy? The hottest new way to jump off the grid. And special guest Dr. Hummus Hanman weighs in on viewer questions that flatten round earthers everywhere. Please welcome your host, Marty Scandals.
Good morning and thanks for waking up with us. I'm your host, Marty Scandals. We've got a great show for you today and some phenomenal special guests to help you stay awake this winter. Joining us now to talk about how to properly manage a secret runaway fund with over 100 subscribers on YouTube, please put your hands together for none other than Rusty Bunker. Great to see you, Rusty.
Oh, thanks for having me here, Marty.
Oh, not a problem.
You know, these wireless mics worry me a little bit.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. Facebook can't listen to our conversations in here. We're fine.
Thank God.
Yeah, no, you're safe. So tell us, Rusty, what exactly is a secret runaway fund and why do we need it?
Well, you know how it is, Marty. We got to be ready for when the government tries to replace us with identical robot clones of ourselves. Let's say, heaven forbid, you see yourself eyeing yourself up from across the grocery store, maybe the Walmart or something like that. You got to get your kids and your wife, and you got to move at least one province, and I usually even say a whole country away. That's why it's really good to learn something like French or Swahili.
Definitely some good advice there, my friend. Now, I see you brought some gifts over here, so what Okay, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to touch that.
It's fine. So you can't make a clean cut in a whole day, right? So you got to make sure that you're stocked up, have a bunker. You know, maybe with a couple months worth of food, definitely quite a few burner phones. And you got to seek out some off-the-grid jobs like being a farmhand or a freelance writer, that guy who puts the weed in the dime bags.
Little dime bagger?
I don't know, I've heard fentanyl's pretty big nowadays, so maybe getting into that industry that's pretty off the grid.
Yeah, smart. You know, a lot of people forget it takes time to do things like this. Something I probably should have learned a couple identities ago.
Well, yeah, everybody thinks that you got lots of time, and you do got lots of time, but you only got lots of time until you're actually out of time.
Right. So what else should be included in our little money stash over here that we got?
Well, you're going to want some things, you know, things like fake passports, you know, things like driver's licenses, credit cards, debit cards, health cards, scene cards.
TTC cards?
TTC cards, Optimum cards, Presto cards, you know, Denny's gift cards, maybe even IHOP. You know, those two companies really good for on the road and definitely off the grid.
Make some good breakfast.
And then you're probably going to want, you know, maybe a jar full of change to get some of those facial changes.
Oh, right. And make sure to save a little bit extra for that because, you know, the cheap options aren't exactly that pretty.
Yeah, I can see that you've had some problem with some cheap options over the years.
Yeah, I want to talk to somebody about that.
Yeah, you really should.
Thanks.
So now, assuming you have time to get the essentials, and maybe some even of your valuables out, and you're in the car and you're driving down the highway to your new home, whether it be in Louisiana or Mozambique, wherever it is, you know, wherever you can drive to, you're gonna be wanting to change your your license plate, yeah, that thing, every 2 to 3 hours, and it should cost anywhere in the region of $150,000, yeah, around there.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
So you heard it first here, folks. For peanuts, you and your family can have a secure lifeline free of robot surveillance. Thank you so much for coming on the show today, Rusty.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you know, it's not a problem. It's always a pleasure.
And, you know, my team actually, as a sign of gratitude, we hook you up with your own fake passport for your next getaway.
Look at it. The resemblance is cunning. Look at that. It's cool.
Yeah, it's a really good uncanny.
Yeah, thank you
Uncanny.
Thank you for the humble gesture.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for having me.
Awesome. Rusty bunker, everyone. This is nice, guys. Next, we visited a house in Oakville where Max Mullerson is going to show us how you can prevent being spied on before it happens.
You shocked me.
And we're back in beautiful southern Ontario where Jim and Rachel from Oakville have wrote into the show because they are concerned that foreign adversaries are bugging their household. Now, they have a newborn child in the way, so they are very worried that Russians are going to brainwash their son before he's even born. Let's take a look.
Well, we've been hearing a lot of weird noises as well throughout our home. You know, we've been hearing weird static at certain times. I remember in my washroom, I walked by our one planter that we have, and I could hear some feedback.
I've heard it too.
Yeah, what? Sorry, there was a bit more of that static that I just heard. Oh, and as well, last night we heard this weird kind of voice coming from my wife's side of the bed. It kept on saying, the shooting the boy, which I actually looked it up.
Like
yeah, and it means we're watching you in Russian, so I don't know if we have KGB, Spetsnaz,
I'm terrified.
Putin himself. I couldn't tell you, but we need your help.
Don't ever use the doorbell. It's just a government signal that says you're home. How are you doing today, sir? We're from Wake Up, Ontario.
Oh, thank you. I wrote into you guys.
Well, yes, you did. That's why we're here. What can we help with you today?
Well, my wife Rachel and I contacted you guys because we're very worried about some government surveillance in our house, and we want to make sure that we're safe.
Well, not to worry, sir. That's what we specialize in. May we come in?
Absolutely. Please.
So this is the kitchen. This is where we began hearing the static originally.
Honey, do you mind grabbing me a towel, please?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but it's just gotten really bad. But see that?
What is that?
Wire coming from the oven.
What?
What the? Look at this. See what I mean?
Serious?
Yes, well, you were very correct in contacting our show. We actually did a preliminary scan of your property. We found 12 active cyber links between this household and foreign governments. Pretty typical stuff, actually. Usually, foreign governments will actually seek out households like this, expecting new children as part of a recruitment program for their secret organizations. Not to worry, though. We're going to outfit you guys with the latest industry standard technology in protecting against these hostile attacks, and even maybe some new products to ensure that your son does not fall prey to government mind control. Around the home, we provided Jim and Rachel's house with the AAA grade surveillance and brainwave manipulation protective equipment that we at Wake Up Ontario are famous for. We also lined their baby's future nursery with our patented anti-influence insulation. Of course, we also threw in an Alex Jones fluoride filter just to null the negative mental suppression caused by fluoridation.
Thank you, Wake Up Ontario.
Thanks, Max. Now don't go back to sleep. We'll be right back after a few words from our sponsors. Marty Scandals, and if you're anything like me, you don't want your governmentally tainted tap water to reduce your IQ, dissolve your bones, or brainwash your kids. That's why I use Alex Jones extra strength fluoride filters. Just look at the difference in clarity. Now that is the Jones difference. Alex Jones extra strength. Taste the truth. Hi there, I'm Marty Scandals, and if you're anything like me, you're deathly afraid of walking off the edge of the Earth's flat surface. That's why I wear Mark Sargent's Flat Earth Pro Shoes. With the easiest slip-on of any shoe ever, I can stay level on the Earth's flat surface while looking grounded with every step. They really feel just like regular shoes. Mark Sargent's Flat Earth Pro Shoes. Walk the walk without falling off. Welcome back, and thank you for staying awake with us. Our next guest is one of the dark web's top sellers of bulletproof vests for dogs and vegan apocalypse kits. Please put your hands together for welcoming Janet Ray. Janet Ray, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Yes, well, I think I speak for everyone when I say I have the hardest time finding the perfect clothes that are a good blend of fashionable, comfortable, and completely shield me from surveillance and radiation.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. So, what exactly do we got going on here today?
So first we have the new line of tinfoil hats. They're super chic, top of the line right now. First we have the tinfoil fedora, perfect for outdoor dinners on the patio and a night out on off the grid.
This is fabulous.
Yes, they're very trendy. We're actually having a few celebrities sporting them right now around Hollywood.
Oh, that's cool.
Take a look.
Ooh, Giovanni Ribisi. Oh, John Travolta. Ooh, Tom Cruise, my favorite. It's like Mission Impossible here.
And of course, we have the casual versions for sporting games, hanging out, or just for the weekends. And of course, they're one size fits all, making them the perfect gift for anyone you know who needs to spice up their look or jump off the grid for a bit.
I think I'll take one for every day of the week here. So, how much do these bad boys run for, anyways?
Well, right now they retail for about $90 each, tax out. But trust me, when the FBI can't track your fashionably dressed whereabouts, you'll be saying they're worth every penny.
For sure.
And if you like that, you'll love what I have next. Now, making new friends is hard enough. So how do you subtly test this new person you're talking to and make sure they aren't a lethal government sleeper agent waiting to be activated?
I know, right? It always feels so awkward just trying to ask the person. It doesn't quite come off right.
Right. So with the switch on this vest here, it emits a special frequency that repels any dormant or even active sleepers.
Amazing. Now, trust me, you do not want to wait until the third date to find out that your significant other might actually be a sleeper agent.
Right. So can I do a little demo?
A demo? Yeah, sure, but do you think we'd actually have a sleeper agent on the show? Jenna Ray, everybody, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me stay awake, I guess.
Next, Davy Hamilton takes you inside the home of an Oakville citizen concerned that her beloved household pet might secretly be spying on her. Let's go take a look.
Hi, I'm Davy Hamilton. I'm here in the heart of Southern Ontario, home of the New World Order and multicultural white people. I come here to answer a question that comes to us from Gail.
Hi, my name's Gail. I'm a human female. I stay at home most days. I find it's really rewarding. I get a lot of time to rest and watch TV. I spend a lot more time with my dog Spanky than other humans. Spanx is a great dog, but recently I've been noticing some changes in his behavior. I've started a relationship with an online guy, Hunky Monkey 69. Hunks is great, but I'm worried that him and Spanx won't get along very well. Hunks has mentioned that he works for an international intelligence agency. I found Spanx more standoffish recently since I've started seeing Hunk. Why is my dog acting so odd? Help me, Davy Hamilton.
It sounds like Gail is dealing with a classic case of government agencies corrupting her dog. Let's go see what we can do to help. Hey, Gail.
Hi, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Is this your dog?
Yes, this is Spanky.
Oh, hi there, Spanky. How's it going? One of the ways that we test to see if pets are spies is a quick eye contact test. Now, usually when people lie, they look to the right when they're lying, and dogs are no different. So, let me demonstrate. I'm gonna ask Spanky a few questions, and if he looks to the right, this means that he's lying. If he looks to the left, he's telling the truth. Hey, Spanky, are you a sleeper agent? Dead silence. It's a sign. Further testing may be needed, but for now, Gail, I'm afraid you may be dealing with a spy in your house.
Thought that might be the case.
Another way we can test to see if Spanky is in fact a Soviet spy is a simple trick of the mind. So I've prepared one file that says food recipes and another one that contains government secrets. Whichever one he goes to first determines which one he's more interested in. found this in under your dog's bed. Needless to say, your dog is definitely a communist. Well, Gail, we sent the results that we collected here to the lab, and the results are in.
I think I'm ready to know the truth.
That really blows. Well, those are just a few helpful tips that you hopefully can do at your own home to test to see if your pet is in fact a Soviet spy. Thanks. Back to you, Marty.
Here at Wake Up Ontario, we'd like to acknowledge the presence of government clones in our celebrity culture. We'd like to take a moment to honor the losses of those whose lives are now being lived by perfect robotic duplicants right underneath the public eye. And when we come back, Dr. Handman answers some viewer questions that absolutely destroys Round Earthers. Hi there, you better believe it. I'm Marty Scandals, and if you're anything like me, you need a home system that won't sell your daily schedule, social media passwords, and control of your kitchen appliances to foreign governments. That's why I use the anonymous brand Home Deluxe system, the only home system to protect you against all malicious foreign incoming calls, functions as a 100% secure private internet connection, and best of all, can lock all doors and windows without the need for pesky permission. Hey Anonymous, what's the weather like outside?
Weather Network farce. Open your eyes and look outside.
Absolutely amazing. Anonymous brand Home Deluxe system. Come home to safety. And now here to debunk a few scientific myths for us, author of the New York Times bestseller, The Earth is Flat and So Are the Minds Who Don't Believe So. Please welcome our favorite science doctor, Dr. Thomas Handman. Dr. Handman, thank you so much today for joining us.
Thanks for having me, and please, call me Dr. Hummus Handman.
For sure. So Dr. Hummus Handman, so our viewers have tweeted out their science questions to us, and I understand that you're going to be answering a few of them today for us.
10-4, Old Chum FM.
So our first question comes to us from Zodiac Daddy 69. He writes, Dr. Handman, a colleague of mine claims to have seen pictures of a spherical Earth. Must have been on Google or something. So why do people believe that the Earth is in fact round?
That's a great question, and actually one I get quite often. There's a growing group of people on the internet who just can't grasp the concept of the Earth's flat shape. These individuals suffer from a rare and sometimes deadly mental health condition known as globalitis. Individuals suffering from this disease believe the Earth to be a spherical shape, similar to that to a ball or an orb.
Oh.
Let me give you a little demonstration of what these people believe.
Oh, cool, a demonstration. Now I know why you're everybody's favorite.
Let's say this frisbee is the shape of the world that is true. However, these people imagine the world to be more of this shape.
Oh, strange.
So obviously, if the Earth were actually this shape, all the Australians would fall off.
Crikey.
And not to mention what this would mean about the ocean. Now, We all know that we're constantly accelerating at 9.8 meters per second, right? Let's conduct a little experiment.
Ooh.
Watch what happens when we pour water into the Earth's true shape.
Oh, look at that.
Seems pretty familiar, right?
Yep.
Now, let's do it on the globe.
Oh, look at that. Jeez.
I think the results speak for themselves. Now, globalists try to combat this flawed logic with a theory of a force field called gravity, which pulls everything in existence towards the Earth. Pretty wacky stuff.
Yeah, and of course, if that were the case, wouldn't that mean that the sun would just get pulled right out of the sky?
Wouldn't be the first time. So, just a refresher. Earth, flat. Gravity, real, but the technology to create such a force is being stored in Roswell.
Amazing. So this next question comes to us from Fluoride Me Daddy 87. They want to know, my poop is green. Can I blame the government?
Poop? Green poop, Marty. This is actually, green poop is a sign that your pH scale has been thrown out of balance. This often happens when high levels of radiation are soaked into your skin through pores known as manophores. Now, there's no guarantee that the government is responsible for this. However, 1 in 3 males will experience radiation exposure due to government probing, and green poop is a sign that you may have been unknowingly MK-Ultra'd the last time you used the public restroom, Marty. Tell you what, Fluoride Me Daddy, send me a picture of your poop. I can further analyze this, and I'm sure we will get to the bottom of this together.
Okay. Well, this last question comes to us from Chemtrail QT69420. She writes, Dear Hummus, I have a poster of you in my bedroom, and it stares at me when I'm sleeping. My question is, if global warming isn't real, then why do you make me so hot?
That's an interesting question, Marty.
And with that, we're unfortunately out of time, Dr. Handman. Stay woke and keep up the excellent, great work. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Marty. Stay woke, everybody.
And that's our show for today, folks. But don't you worry, to make sure you stay grounded on your way home, everyone in the audience today will get a pair of free Flat Earth Pro shoes. Thanks for waking up with us, and don't forget to tune in next week. We got some hot new tips on chemtrail tracing, 2018's most reliable and disposable burner phones, and how wiping your browser history could save you a few $1,000s in blackmail money. See you in the morning, Ontario.